What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nerd Mode On, and I've got a very interesting commentary for you guys today. It's probably going to be a very long one, as you can see by the time thing on the lower proportion of the video. It's going to be about 21 minutes, 44 seconds, give or take a few. But we've got a lot to talk about. Battlefield 3 is going to be dropping a patch for Xbox 360 and PC within the coming week. I don't exactly have an exact date. There's not really one confirmed yet. It just says soon, which I'm hoping that's within a week, I guess you could say. PS3 has already acquired the patch, which is fantastic for them because I know they've had a lot of problems with the lag and all that stuff, so I got to give them to them. They probably deserved it a little bit more. I'm pretty sure us Xbox players and PC can last a couple more days. So I guess let's just get right into it. There's something that is pretty awesome, I guess you could say. I'm not sure if this is for consoles. I'm really hoping it is by the sound. I don't see any notifications saying it's just for PC, but don't get your hopes up, I guess you could say, too high. But if everything goes correct, we can now buy our own servers, which is fantastic. I would love to have a server where I don't have a bunch of USAS players and snipers camping, I guess you could say, and shooting down the walls, but I'm not sure the restrictions on the ability to customize the server completely. I'm hoping it gives you the option to kind of terminate any weapons you don't like, or explosive tanks, more customization, I guess you could say, kind of how the developers acquire their servers and make them. But let's get right into the prices, because I'm sure you guys didn't really care too much for all that. The prices are going to be, for 1 day, it's going to cost you $1.49, and I'm assuming they probably did the one day thing for tournaments, maybe MLG, some kind of stuff like that, the higher up things, or maybe just people that kind of want to give it a try, you know, and see if it actually makes their gaming experience better. The 7 days is going to cost you $6.99, 30 days is going to cost you $24.99, and then the big 90 days is going to cost you $64.99. Which, if you actually think about the prices, that's actually not too bad, to be completely honest. Anyone that has a job, part-time or full-time, can probably tell you that's really not that bad. You can probably still make, you know, all your payments, phone, car, whatever. That's really not that bad, to be completely honest. I know anyone that doesn't exactly is in the workforce, I guess you could say, kind of does stuff around the house, chores or anything. I mean, it's not going to take you a whole lot of time to maybe get the 30 days then. I know just for mowing lawns, I get $20. It means you have to come up with, what, $4.99? I'm pretty sure you can probably, you know, beg your mom or parents or whatever, grandparents, you know, for a little bit more or something like that, so you can get 30 days or whatever and kind of do it bi-weekly. But, yeah, it's just my input. I don't think the prices are too bad. I think they're actually being really generous with the prices. To be honest, I really, when I saw the 90 days, I was thinking it was probably going to be in the $100 zone, because, I mean, why would you not want to squeeze as much profit as you can out? But yeah, those are just the prices for you guys. I figured you guys would be interested, since, to be honest, I don't know a whole lot of console, if it is available for console. I don't know a whole lot of games that actually give you the choice to buy your own server and have the freedom to customize it on how you feel at the exact moment or whatever. But I'm figuring a lot of this is probably, to be honest, directed towards tournaments, MLG or anything like that, and probably the YouTubers. I'm going to be pretty honest on that. I mean, what kind of, I'm sure they weren't given a lot of messages being like, oh, you know, I don't make videos or anything, or I'm not any specific MLG player, but could we have servers? You know, I'm thinking it's probably to help out anyone that, you know, does videos or is big or has an importance within the community to kind of have the ability to play with their subscribers or followers. But that's just my input. I could be completely wrong. Something else that is coming to Battlefield, which is good, I guess you could say. I don't know if this is also directed at PC or not. I don't see anything that's being really specific that's saying it's directed exactly towards it. But Battlefield 3 is now going to include a command system. Basically, it looks like the options on the screen look like go, 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 need backup, thank you, need repair, follow me, get in, navigate, sorry, bail out. Basically like a spot system, call out, I guess you could say, an audio basically. And also, along with that, it looks like the map is going to be cleaned up quite a bit. Looks like it's going to be a lot more in-depth. It's going to be a lot more clear for anyone that needs ammo, health, kind of give you a better ability to see what's going on the screen, you know, such as enemy fire, maybe you need backup or anything like that, or you want to get inside of a tank. It looks like those options are going to be there for you, which is nice because, let's be honest, right now the screen just looks like a complete clusterfuck with everything that's happening. Most of the time I don't even have time to look at the bottom left, to be honest. I guess I do sometimes, but not anywhere near where it should be. Let's see here. We got some new playlists that are coming to consoles. I think that's already been done as of right now. It does say, you know, it's out tomorrow, which that was March 22nd when this was announced. So obviously that's already inbound. As if for anyone that's wondering what the hell I'm talking about, basically they went through and they made servers. So Conquest, pretty much all the game types are now spread into all of them, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I still kind of hate seeing Conquest show up on like Searing Crossing. I think I just effed that up really bad pronouncing it, but I don't like seeing that come up, or Operation Metro. I'd rather play Rush. Just not much of a Conquest guy, to be completely honest. I find it way too slow paced, and I'm not that kind of guy that likes to run around and look for flags, especially with all the damn snipers in this game. But yeah, so that's really a bit for that. We got some more general gameplay fixes, which is going to basically probably mean more to you guys than, you know, just little things or whatever. This is where it gets really in depth and stuff that you guys have really been probably telling DICE that they should, you know, fix and all that. Along with me, I've been giving them suggestions and all this, you know, tweeting at them, hoping that something gets fixed. I'm not saying that I don't like the state of Battlefield right now. It's just it's getting to the point where something needs to be done. Let's just put it that way. But to jump right into it, we got the general gameplay fixes, which are going to include players should no longer take fall damage from short falls, which, thank you, I'm so sick of jumping 5 feet and losing 90% health. That's ridiculous. Oh man, I'm not even going to joke with that. Players now get up from prone slightly faster, allowing better odds of getting away from a grenade or other threats while prone. That's amazing, to be honest. It takes way too long to get up in the first place anyway. Fix some situations that would unintentionally make a player unrevivable. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Yeah, I'm glad that's fixed too. I kind of usually resulted in me dying when I tried to pick somebody up. Other things include, you know, spawn protection will no longer be canceled by the player looking around. I think the only way that is canceled is if you actually move. I'm sure there is 2 seconds on your spawn thing now instead of 1. You can still look around, but I think as soon as you move the character, that is all eliminated. Tweak the damage levels of the buck and flechet rounds, I think that's how you pronounce that, to balance them with other weapons. Whatever, I don't really see a whole lot of buck and flechet rounds anyway, so I guess that's good. Improve the suppression of the 44 Magnum and the, oh god, how do you pronounce this? I'm just going to say .357 Magnum. I'm not much of a gun enthusiast, so sorry about that. And the 5.8 times 42 millimeter DAP 88 rounds from the Type 88 sniper. Yeah, I don't really know how to say anything about that, but attempting to crouch while prone will now properly interrupt sprint. So I'm assuming that meant when you were sprinting and you kind of went to the crouch or prone thing, you didn't. I think you were still retaining your ability to sprint. You still had the momentum in order to basically crouch for that split second. I think they're fixing that. Increase the effectiveness of suppression, resistance, specialization. So I guess you'll be able to now be suppressed a lot less or whatever, or, you know, be more resistant to suppression. Parachutes now respond to turn and throttle inputs more quickly, which is really good because they seemed really strict on your mobility when you were in the parachute. Kind of wish they'd bring back the Battlefield Bad Company 2 parachutes. I like those a lot better. They seem to be more flexible and they just seem to work a lot better. I don't know if they're fixing it, so if you're jumping off of like 10 feet, if you can still ignite your parachute.
Hey, get me a medic.
Wow. You can still ignite your parachute and not, you know, it'll basically go. Because I know now, if you press it, you're still going to take the fall damage or whatever, which kind of sucks. Increase the effectiveness of explosive resistance, which is good because I think right now it's at like 10%, which is kind of trash, to be honest. I think you'll still almost die by a grenade every time. Almost. I mean, I know you'll lose at least 90% health, at least, and that's not saying any more than what's going on. But they tweaked the bipod deployment settings for players so they will no longer deploy, you know, in a weird way, which is good because I know if you tried to deploy it on a rock, it looked all effed up, like it was half of it was floating and you'd have half of it laying on it, or it'd be just completely floating in the air. It looked a little weird. So hopefully that gets fixed. Kind of looking forward to that. They fixed several issues with the vaulting. So basically when you were jumping over an object, it would basically get stuck, I guess, in a sense, or it wouldn't allow you to, you know, jump over the object. And I think that was just on those really thin objects that you'd find. There's a couple of them on Davaman Peak. I know they're like the security stations or whatever, where they had to bring up the little, I don't know how you call it, that little bridge thing, I guess. Oh man. But yeah, they hopefully are going to be fixing that. The knife will now take 2 swipes to kill an attacker from a position where the takedown is not possible. I thought they already did that. I guess not. The CRAM weapons on carriers now count towards stationary weapons awards. Yeah, I don't really know what that is, so yeah, I guess. Let's see here, we got a ton of battlefield weapon changes. There is page after page of this. So if you're somebody that likes a gun that might be changing, because I think pretty much every gun got changed in one shape or another. There's a few that didn't get changed at all. I know the M16A3, my baby, is not being touched at all, thank God, because I don't even want to deal with that. I mean, I love that gun. I have 1,001 kills with it. Obviously, I did that on purpose. Alright, but to get right into it, all assault rifles get minimum damage raises from 17 damage to 18.4, so we get a 1.4 damage increase. I guess that's good, whatever. All sniper rifles get 1-hit kills in distances under 15 meters, which I hope we don't see a lot of those wannabe quickscopers. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. I really hate to see a lot of ACOG snipers. I already hate them enough, so we'll see. Maybe everyone will kind of play a different role. I doubt it. All bolt-action sniper rifles will get a minimum damage raise from 55 to 59 and a maximum damage raise from 75 damage to 80. So I guess a little bit of increase. The maximum is probably going to do a lot for players if you're, if you hit the upper chest, maybe even the stomach. I think the multiplier is about 1.1 for stomach. I could be wrong though. I know the physics and all that stuff for the player movements have changed quite a bit since Bad Company 2, but if that is correct, then I guess that would be a lot more accurate. Shotgun buck, maximum damage from 20 damage to 12.5, so that is being decreased. I don't really see a lot of people using buckshot in the first place, so I don't really think it was too much of an issue. Pump action shotgun frag rounds, maximum damage from 60 to 67. It's pump action, so I guess that's not bad as long as it's not automatic. Automatic shotgun frag rounds, minimum damage from 10 to 5, so it is being decreased by 50%. Yeah, I said that right. I had to think about that. That's sad. The submachine guns and the PDWs all have increased minimum damage. Alright, I guess that's good. It's not maximum, but maybe they'll be more effective towards, the closer range maps, kind of like Operation Metro and Grand Bazaar, which are my 2 favorite maps as of right now. The 44 Magnum now has new 1.25 times upper chest damage multiplier. Alright, well, good for that, I guess. I don't really use the Magnum anyway. The G18, M9, M93 Raffica pistols get recoil reductions. I guess that's good. If I'm correct, I think the G18 is the full auto one. I don't know if I would decrease the recoil on that, but I could be wrong. The G18 might not be full auto. I can't exactly remember. I know there's 2. I think there's 2 that are exactly alike, but anyway, hopefully that's not the full auto, but I guess we'll find out. All LMGs get minimum damage increase. Alright, I guess that's good for anyone that likes to do a lot of suppressing and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's a lot more with the patch than what is showing up right here. I know it goes into really in-depth figures when it talks about how much the weapons get changed and just exactly what is going to be done. I know a few other things that I'm not exactly seeing on this right now, probably because this isn't the exact website that has the page after page stuff, but basically what the suppressor is now going to be something that you're probably not going to see a whole lot unless you want to be sneaky. The suppressor now is basically going to decrease your spread, which is basically hurting your accuracy, which you really don't want that. I guess you'll still retain the ability to be stealthy, and there's something else that the suppressor does that isn't good. I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. Oh, the damage. That's it. It's going to decrease damage, and that was always there. Everyone knew that, but it's still going to be reduced, even in the patch. The one thing you're probably going to see a lot of, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I'm probably going to abuse it a lot, is going to be the flash suppressor, which is basically going to give you better accuracy and decreased recoil. I mean, why would you not want that? That's amazing. The only downside, I think it says, is you're not suppressed, or silenced, sorry. Probably going to use that quite a bit. The tight bore barrel. The heavy barrel is probably going to be something that we're going to see a lot more of, even though I'm probably going to stick to my grip. I think that's in the same thing. I hope I'm not mixing those two up. But yeah, I'm probably going to continue. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, it's not. That is in your third attachment slot, isn't it? It's with the red dot flashlight. Yep, okay. I'm probably going to stick with my, probably my red dot. I don't really use the flashlight because it's too cheap, and it really doesn't require a whole lot of skill in order to get a kill with it. But that's my opinion. Maybe you have different views towards it. I know it's really good on Operation Metro when you're in the tunnel system, when it can get a little dark depending on how high you up and ante your contrast. I have mine pretty damn high, to be completely honest. And your brightness, I guess that would be also another setting that you would continue further on with it. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys are going to love this, especially me. The FAMAS. That is a question that gets asked a lot. I see in a lot of videos now that where anyone's on PS3 that has already acquired the patch is being asked this. The FAMAS, from what I've heard, is getting really badly screwed up, which is awesome. I don't even want to see the FAMAS anymore. I've gotten killed by that cheap gun way too much. Now you're like, well, what'd they change on it? It still has the 1,000 rounds per minute. I almost said a second. That would be ridiculous. 1,000 rounds per minute, but it has a lot of recoil from what I've heard. Even if you tried bursting it, I've heard it's insane. I've heard it's probably a gun that we're not going to see a whole lot. And I know you're probably asking, why don't you just use the flash suppressor with the grip and a red dot? Pretty much what everyone's using now, except for you're probably going to switch out your third. I don't know. I don't know if that has as much of effect as we're all thinking or not. I'm hoping that people will actually move on to a different gun. I'm tired of getting insta-death by that gun. It seems like every time you die by it, it's just the guy just shoots dead, you know. And I know this is a video game, you know, blah blah blah, and all that stuff that, you know, everyone talks about in every other commentary that you listen to. But it'd be nice to actually get killed by something other than one gun, especially when I'd say easily 75% of people are using the FAMAS. Easily. I mean, why would you not? It's an insta-death, insta-kill gun. I mean, hell, I would use it. But I also don't. I like my M16A3. That's where it's at. So that's what I decided to use, even since it is the second best in the assault rifle category. Considering that, yeah, pretty much. Something else I know I can talk about real quick. I know there is a vehicle fixes that are being done. I know we only have about 2 minutes left, so I'm going to try to get through these quickly. Unguided tank rounds and RPGs will now instantly destroy jets, helicopters, scout helicopters. Basically, if you're a beast and you got a freaking RPG, shoot it. Increase the damage of the MBT primary weapon that does to the front and side of other main tanks. Basically, one shot to the back is going to disable it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I guess that's good because I kind of hate tanks, to be honest. Fixed a problem when locking on to 2 nearby targets. The locking system should no longer jump rapidly between multiple targets. That's good, because I freaking hate that. To be completely honest with you, I absolutely hate that. I know using the repair tool on the tank is going to, or any vehicle for that matter, is now going to take longer. You're not going to be able to jump out of your tank, refill it to 100%, and then continue flying or driving your tank. Another amazing thing that I'm super happy about. No more the javelin will not be able to lock onto the SOFLAM. How do I phrase this? Okay, when you're targeted by the SOFLAM and somebody shoots a javelin, if you flare, now the javelin will follow the flares. It won't just ignore the flares and blow you up in one shot. If you do get hit by a javelin, if you don't have flares or you flared too early or whatever, it's going to be able to blow you up in one shot. I think it's blow it up or disable, but anyway, if you're disabled, you're probably going to hit the ground and blow up anyway. So, they reduced the locking time for the anti-air missiles for jets, making them more valuable against anti-air or air targets. Flares will no longer be able to break the lock of a vehicle that is locked on. It will only distract the missiles. Not too sure what that exactly means, exactly word for word, but the gist of it is, guys, this patch is going to be amazing. It's going to fix a lot of the things that me and you both bicker about every time we play it. And I'm not in no way, shape, or form am I hating on this game. I love Battlefield. I've been playing it for the last 2 months. I don't even want to touch Call of Duty anymore. That's how bad it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me your input in the comments area below. Other than that, guys, I will talk to you later. So you guys have a good day. Peace.